200 plus small garden decoration ideas to bring nature closer every day. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine stepping into a home where the line between architecture and nature dissolves seamlessly. The house does not stand as a barrier to the outside world, but embraces it, welcoming the textures, colors, and rhythms of nature into every corner. Here, the garden is not a separate entity, but a vital extension of the living space, one that breathes life into architecture and transforms shelter into sanctuary. In the modern era, the role of small garden decorations has moved beyond being mere accessories. They are no longer simple plant pots or scattered stones placed without thought. Instead, they are deliberate design choices, visual statements, and emotional triggers. With more than 200 creative ideas available to enhance even the smallest of gardens, homeowners and designers alike are discovering the power of these decorative touches. From subtle lighting to sculptural fountains, these details elevate everyday spaces into extraordinary retreats of calm and inspiration. When we trace the story of architecture throughout history, it becomes clear that gardens have always occupied a sacred place. Think of the cooling courtyards of Middle Eastern houses, the lush gardens of Mediterranean villas, or the serene simplicity of Japanese Zen spaces. Each culture has understood that a house is not merely a container for living, but part of a greater ecosystem where shelter and nature harmonize. This principle is more relevant than ever in our time, as architects worldwide design with the philosophy that homes should flow seamlessly into their natural surroundings. In contemporary design, gardens are no longer an afterthought, placed in the backyard or hidden from view. They have become part of the core design narrative. Vertical gardens climb the facades of urban homes, terraces bloom with greenery, and courtyards bring light and air into the heart of residences. For smaller homes or urban apartments, a balcony, or even a narrow strip of greenery has the power to embody this same philosophy. Here, decorations serve as bridges, stone pathways leading to doors, sculptural planters highlighting entrances, or lanterns guiding footsteps. Each detail contributes to an atmosphere of belonging. Style plays an essential role in this process. Just as interior design reflects personality, garden decorations reveal one's taste, spirit, and vision of beauty. Some find comfort in the discipline of Japanese minimalism with its quiet moss, smooth stones, and precise balance. Others delight in the exuberance of an English cottage garden, bursting with colorful blooms and rustic benches. Mediterranean terraces charm with terracotta pots and cascading vines. Each style is not just visual but emotional. Minimalist spaces calm the mind, while eclectic arrangements awaken creativity. Today's freedom of design allows for fluid combinations. One may pair Scandinavian wooden seating with tropical plants or merge rustic stone walls with sleek modern lighting. Trends further shape how these styles manifest in real homes. Minimalist modernism continues to inspire with its neutral tones, geometric planters, and understated elegance. Sustainability is now at the forefront, with gardens designed to recycle water, harness solar power, and embrace eco-friendly materials. Biophilic design emphasizes intimate connections with nature, such as living walls, natural stone, and water features. Artistic sculptures add personal identity, acting as focal points that guide the eye. Technology, too, is weaving its way into outdoor spaces with smart lighting systems, automated irrigation, and app-controlled features that allow gardens to evolve into responsive, living environments. Why do these small touches matter so deeply? Because it is the details that create atmosphere. A grand building may impress with scale, but it is the carefully chosen lantern, the sound of a gentle fountain, or the placement of a bird bath that makes a space memorable and alive. Without them, a house risks being sterile. With them, it becomes soulful. A pebble path illuminated by warm light changes a garden at dusk into a sanctuary of peace. A simple ceramic pot bursting with seasonal blooms turns a corner into a celebration of life. A bird bath or feeder does not just decorate, but invites the songs and movements of wildlife, transforming the garden into a shared habitat. These decorations carry significance beyond beauty. They shape experiences. They influence the way we move, pause, and reflect. They encourage us to step outside with a morning cup of tea, linger in the evening with friends, or take a deep breath after a long day. In an age of constant digital distractions and crowded urban landscapes, these small invitations to connect with the natural world are priceless. Looking forward, the influence of small garden decorations will only continue to grow. They represent the fusion of art, sustainability, and lifestyle. They bring the outdoors into the daily rhythm of life, even for those who live in compact city apartments. They remind us that beauty does not need vast space to flourish. It can thrive in a pot along a path or in the flicker of a garden lantern. The evolution of trends ensures that while styles may shift, the essence remains timeless. Gardens are not extras, but integral parts of the way we live and dream. In the years ahead, as climate awareness deepens and technology advances, small garden decorations will reflect not just personal taste, but cultural priorities. They will help us build homes that are not isolated shelters, but extensions of nature itself, reminding us daily that to live beautifully is to live in harmony with the world around us. The world of architecture continues to evolve. The integration of garden design with residential spaces becomes not only an aesthetic pursuit, but also a cultural and emotional one. The way we decorate small gardens reflects shifting lifestyles, changing values, and new aspirations. Today's homes are not just places for shelter. They are sanctuaries for wellness, creative expression, and sustainability. This transformation is visible in the rise of garden trends that shape how we live, how we interact with nature, and how we imagine the future. One of the most prominent movements shaping modern small gardens is the pursuit of wellness-oriented design. Architects and designers now recognize that gardens are therapeutic spaces. The use of aromatherapy plants like lavender and rosemary, soothing water features, and carefully designed meditation nooks allows gardens to become sanctuaries for mental health. Small decorative details play a major role here. A simple bamboo fountain trickling softly in a corner can calm the senses more effectively than an expansive swimming pool. A cluster of wind chimes, chosen with care, can fill the air with tones that slow the heartbeat and quiet the mind. These small design choices accumulate into a holistic experience, one that aligns with the broader cultural emphasis on mindfulness and wellness. At the same time, sustainability remains a driving force in how we decorate and design gardens. As climate concerns rise, more homeowners seek to ensure that even the smallest outdoor spaces contribute to environmental responsibility. Decorations crafted from recycled wood, repurposed metal, or locally sourced stone are favored over mass-produced items. Rain chains replace traditional gutters, directing water into artistic barrels or decorative cisterns, where it can later be reused for irrigation. In many urban spaces, compact compost bins are designed with aesthetic appeal in mind, blending seamlessly with garden decor while supporting soil health. This blending of beauty and responsibility demonstrates how modern garden decoration is no longer superficial, it is intentional, rooted in care for the earth. Another dimension of this movement is the popularity of edible decorations. Planters and garden beds, once reserved for ornamental flowers, are now filled with herbs, small fruit trees, and vegetables. Stylish vertical planters can line a wall with basil, thyme, and mint, transforming a garden into both a sensory and culinary experience. Decorative trellises are not just supports for climbing roses, but also for grapevines or passion fruit, adding layers of beauty and function. By merging ornament with utility, modern gardens honor both tradition and innovation. Technology has also entered the realm of garden decoration with striking results. The rise of smart gardens has introduced features such as motion sensor lighting that illuminates pathways as one walks, or automated irrigation systems disguised within elegant ceramic containers. Decorative lighting, in particular, has evolved beyond static fixtures. Today's designs allow homeowners to shift mood and atmosphere with app-controlled colors and intensities. Imagine a quiet dinner on the terrace under warm amber lights, followed by a lively gathering where the same space glows with soft blues and purples. Technology does not replace nature. Instead, it enhances the emotional possibilities of natural spaces. Yet, technology alone does not define the future. What truly distinguishes today's garden decoration is its storytelling quality. Every item, from a handcrafted bench to a mosaic-tiled planter, tells a story about its owner. Some tell stories of heritage, using traditional designs that reflect cultural identity. Others tell stories of travel, with decorations brought home from distant places. Still others tell stories of aspiration, minimalist designs that reflect a desire for clarity or lush tropical motifs that speak of escape and adventure. Small gardens, though compact, have become deeply personal narratives. They are autobiographical spaces, shaped not just by design trends but by lived experiences. Psychologically, these choices matter more than ever. Studies have shown that humans experience reduced stress, improved focus, and greater happiness when surrounded by greenery. What is remarkable is how strongly decorative details contribute to these effects. The gentle symmetry of a well-placed stone lantern, the organic patterns of carved wood, or the rhythmic arrangement of potted plants along a pathway all provide subtle cues that the mind perceives as order, balance, and harmony. In this way, garden decorations act as invisible architects of emotion. They may not dominate the eye in the way a grand facade does, but they shape the way a person feels in a space. Culturally, small garden decorations are also becoming symbols of identity. In urban centers where space is limited, the presence of even a tiny decorated balcony or terrace signals a homeowner's values. It tells neighbors and visitors that this is a person who cherishes nature, who invests in beauty, who prioritizes quality of life over mere efficiency. Decorations, whether minimalist or extravagant, speak loudly about lifestyle. In this sense, they are as much about social communication as they are about personal enjoyment. The future of these trends points toward even deeper fusion of art and ecology. Already, we see collaborations between artists, architects, and environmental scientists to create decorative elements that are both functional and beautiful. Sculptures designed to capture rainwater, benches crafted from carbon-neutral materials, or pathways illuminated by bioluminescent technology are all emerging as concepts. These are not far-off dreams, but near realities, as innovation continues to bridge design and sustainability. What makes this evolution even more fascinating is its inclusivity. Small garden decorations are accessible to everyone, regardless of budget or space. A modest home can feature handmade clay pots, a few candles, and a recycled wooden stool, yet feel just as soulful as a high-end villa adorned with designer sculptures. The essence lies not in scale, but in intention. The beauty of over 200 creative ideas for decoration is that they can be adapted, mixed, and transformed to fit any context. It is this adaptability that ensures garden decoration will remain a vital part of design culture well into the future. As people continue to spend more time at home, the garden becomes an ever more important stage for daily life. It is where families gather, where individuals retreat for peace, and where moments of joy are cultivated. The decorations chosen for these spaces are not simply visual touches. They are tools for shaping experience, memory, and identity. Whether through the gentle glow of lanterns, the charm of flowering vines, or the serenity of stone sculptures, small gardens hold the power to make life richer, calmer, and more meaningful. The world is moving quickly, but within these decorated corners, time slows. A well-placed planter, a thoughtful water feature, or a handmade sculpture can transport us beyond the noise of daily life into a world of stillness and beauty. This is the promise and the power of modern small garden decorations. They allow us to return day after day to what truly matters, our connection with nature, with home, and with ourselves. As we look even further ahead, the relationship between small garden decorations and residential design reveals itself as a vision of the future, an evolving dialogue between humanity, nature, and technology. Homes are no longer imagined as static structures, but as living environments, breathing ecosystems that adapt to human needs while respecting the natural world. In this vision, the role of small decorative elements becomes even more crucial as they act as the tactile, visible, and emotional links binding together architecture, lifestyle, and ecological responsibility. The future trend in garden decoration is moving toward hybrid spaces, where indoor and outdoor areas merge seamlessly. Glass walls that slide open into patios, courtyards surrounded by greenery, or terraces that extend the living room into the open air create a continuity of experience. Here, decorative details make the transition fluid. Rugs designed for both indoor and outdoor use, lighting that works equally well beneath a ceiling or the stars, and planters that harmonize with both modern interiors and rustic exteriors. These hybrid spaces allow homeowners to live without boundaries, connected to the rhythms of the day and the cycles of the seasons. Another powerful direction is the emphasis on climate adaptive design. With environmental shifts becoming increasingly visible, garden decorations are being reimagined to respond to changing weather patterns. Shade structures that are not just functional but artistic, pergolas covered with vines that cool a terrace naturally, or reflective surfaces that reduce heat absorption are all examples of decoration serving multiple purposes. Rain gardens featuring carefully chosen plants that thrive in wet conditions are being designed with sculptural arrangements that beautify as they protect. These choices are not just practical, but also symbolic, representing humanity's resilience and creativity in adapting to a changing world. We must also consider the role of cultural fusion in shaping future trends. Globalization has brought together diverse aesthetics, and this is reflected strongly in garden design. A small urban courtyard in Europe may feature Japanese bonsai alongside Moroccan lanterns. A balcony in Asia might integrate Scandinavian furniture with Mediterranean plantings. This blend of cultures creates gardens that are cosmopolitan yet deeply personal. Decorative elements become ambassadors of identity, carrying fragments of global traditions into intimate domestic spaces. The result is a new aesthetic language, one that celebrates diversity while maintaining harmony. On the psychological level, the importance of restorative environments continues to grow. In an age of overstimulation, gardens act as sanctuaries of slowness and simplicity. Decorative objects like stone arrangements, small fire pits, or hanging lanterns cultivate rituals, lighting candles in the evening, arranging fresh flowers weekly, or listening to water features as part of meditation. These repeated actions, supported by intentional decoration, create rhythms that counterbalance the stress of modern life. Homes of the future will prioritize such rituals, not as luxuries, but as necessities for mental health. The integration of new materials is another fascinating frontier. Designers are experimenting with biodegradable composites, translucent concrete, and self-healing materials that repair cracks naturally. Garden decorations crafted from these materials not only last longer, but also reduce environmental impact. Imagine a planter that nourishes the soil as it slowly biodegrades, or a bench made of stone infused with luminescent minerals that glow softly at night. These innovations turn decoration into an act of ecological participation, where each object contributes to the sustainability of the environment. Equally important is the rise of personalized design. With 3D printing becoming more accessible, homeowners can now design and produce their own decorative elements. Custom planters with family initials, sculptures inspired by personal stories, or even modular garden furniture tailored to specific spaces are redefining what it means to decorate. This personalization allows every small garden to be unique, a mirror of its owner's imagination. No longer confined to mass-market designs, individuals can shape their spaces with objects that resonate deeply with their identities. Technology will continue to play a profound role, yet the most meaningful innovation will not be its dominance, but its subtlety. Smart gardens of the future will integrate technology invisibly. Sensors that monitor soil moisture will be hidden within elegant ceramic containers. Solar panels will be disguised as decorative screens or sculptural walls. Lighting systems will adjust automatically, not with intrusive displays, but with gentle shifts that mirror the phases of the moon. the key will be seamlessness. Technology enhancing the garden without ever overshadowing the natural beauty that lies at its core. Beyond functionality, the future of small garden decorations carries a strong social dimension. In dense cities, shared community gardens are growing in popularity, and decorations within these spaces foster a sense of belonging. Benches engraved with collective symbols, murals painted by local artists, or communal fire features become more than decoration. They are instruments of community identity. In this way, gardens are not only private sanctuaries, but also public stages for social connection, bridging the personal and the collective. The essence of all these trends points toward one timeless truth. Gardens, no matter how small, are spaces of meaning. They are where we reconnect with the earth, where we express identity, and where we create memories. Small garden decorations, while seemingly simple, carry immense weight in shaping these experiences. A lantern is not just light, it is the memory of evenings shared. A fountain is not just water, it is the soundscape of reflection. A planter is not just soil and roots, it is the symbol of growth and renewal. As we envision the homes of tomorrow, we see that architecture and nature will not stand apart, but will merge into a shared future. In this future, small garden decorations are not ornaments. They are essential parts of a new way of living. They remind us that beauty lies in detail, that sustainability begins with intention, and that even the smallest corner of greenery can transform life. With more than 200 possibilities to explore, each garden, no matter its size, holds the potential to inspire. It is through these decorations that we bring nature closer every day, weaving it into the architecture of our homes, the fabric of our lifestyles, and the spirit of our times.